welcome back. Another day, another vlog, Friday edition. Hope you've all had a good end of your week. If you're working, if you're stuck at home, well, this might be a good time too, because you may get someone to come home and or catch up with you or whatever, or come around and share your physical activity time and de-stress and talk and get that sort of human touch, I guess, or that human connection again. So be able to catch up with family and friends. So that's always good. So yeah, hope you're all well and safe wherever you are, either on the podcast channels or on YouTube or Facebook. Thanks for stopping by. As always, it's always good fun to catch up with you all. First day this week hasn't been absolute crazy. No monster releases. So it's pretty good. It was a little bit slow, tech news. And it seemed it's either floods or it's a drought. Like life, I guess. Funnily enough. So yeah, it was a very interesting sort of a day. Good news is I finished the behind the scenes of my double falls video, the how I set up for landscape videos and how I do all my planning and everything it sort of entails in that. So using the apps I use, using the Google Maps, sort of the process I got to go through. I thought it was a good idea. It was going to be originally going to be my road reels competition entry, but it was just too long and there was just too much to fit in. I couldn't get it in 3 minutes. So it worked out pretty well though. It's one of those videos where it's sort of, I don't think you realise what you sort of got to put in to get the results at the back end. And I'm sure you've often gone to art galleries and seen some guy just say like a Peter Lick, and it's $10,000 for a photo. It's a massive photo to start with, but like it's 10 grand. You go, wow, what, like 10 grand, really? That's a lot of money. I think if you look at all the time he spends out in the field, he's got to research where he's going to go. He's got to constantly come up with amazing photos. He can't come up with he can't have a bad day or a bad month. He's got to come up with just ridiculous photos every month of every year to keep his business afloat and to keep him employed in something he loves. And that's, I think, for a lot of people that enjoy what they do. And it's not always about the money. It's the fact that there is a lot involved in getting out there and getting those pictures. So I thought it was a good idea. You see the behind the scenes and see a little bit of sort of what it takes me. I'm only a little YouTube channel and a very amateur sort of photographer by any means. I'd be awesome if I could make a career out of it, but maybe one day down the road. But it's a good little idea of what it takes me and what I do when I go and do a hike. It's only a 4 or 5K hike out and then 4 or 5K back. But that planning can take me anywhere up to a week in advance of looking for locations, trying to find something that I think is going to be a good picture, or give me something that I'm going to be able to get some good photos out of to make a video to show to you guys. So I think it's a really good one. Now it's going to premiere, that's already up there, but it's going to premiere tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Perth time or WA time. So I figured that was a good way, because I won't have the vlog tomorrow. I can get all my stuff sorted tomorrow night, and then I can sit down with you. And if you want to ask me any questions, I'll be sitting in front of the laptop and I'll be able to answer them for you. So I thought that premiere, and I've been trying a little bit with that. I haven't had anyone on while I've been on, but I figured I'd just keep going and just keep doing it. It doesn't really hurt me if I'm planning them to have them up. So I think that's a good idea, and it's a good way to do it, and I guess get some connection with you guys. And if there's any questions you want to ask, well, I'm there to ask. It's a perfect time just to hit me up and let me know, or let me know how bad I am or what I'm doing wrong, or anything like that. I'm always open to suggestions on how to get better, and I'm trying anyway. It's a little bit hard after a 12.5-hour day to come home and reset and get into this business mode. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's been a couple of years now, and I'm still really like it, and I've got a lot more stuff coming. So I think we're going in the right direction, and that's what it's all about. So anyway, so 9 o'clock tomorrow, WA time, Australia, or if you're not in Australia, obviously Western Australian time, it'll be the same as China and I think Japan or Tokyo. So if you get that time zone, just look. If you've got a iPhone, that's easy. Just go to the world clock, go to Perth, you'll get the time zone. But yeah, 9 p.m. you'll see it. And if I've already put it up as a premiere, so if you're already a subscriber, that's that bell and that thing. Go and hit that, and you'll be able to see that it's come up, and you can put a reminder on. Which again, that's a pretty good thing. I think I use that for a lot of the guys I follow, like Adam Gibbs. He does it a fair bit, so it's good. I can set a reminder. Him and Nick Page, they do it a lot, so it's really handy for me. So I can just set a reminder, and then when I'm doing other stuff, it just pops up. I think, beauty, the boys are going in 10 minutes. I can get organised to watch it. So I think that's a pretty cool little thing that YouTube's put out, and it's quite handy. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's not pesting you too much. You're not getting harassed in any way. I don't want that. Okie doke. Other than that, few little things on today on the web. I didn't mind them. Now, the F-150, this was a little interesting one. They had a video up of the full electric F-150 where we know about the Rivians and Teslas and all that. I don't think the Tesla Cybertruck's really going to be meant for off-road users. But the F-150, the biggest selling vehicle on the planet, without a doubt, that's essential to get across the line and become successful, because when you the numbers that it sells, if they can convert those people, well, then that basically turns the whole page into electric. So if they need to really get that one right. Now, they've come out and they're doing a full electric. They've announced it's going to be mid-2022 will be cars on the road, trucks on the road. That's when the full electric vehicles, that was in the video today, so that was sort of good to know. So that's a year and a half away, and we're going to have full electric F-150s running on the road, full production. It's happening, it's coming, it's on. Now, there was one thing in the small print that I found a little bit disturbing, I guess, and a bit of a question mark. Not really disturbing, I guess it's like, well, that's a bit weird. So I thought I'd mention it, is the fact that it was going through some water, and in the fine print basically says they don't recommend going above your hubs in water. Now, coming from a four-wheel drive background my whole life, been driving them since I started my apprenticeship, and yeah, territory where it's saturated rain, and that's all the tropics, and a lot of the guys that have cattle stations that use four-wheel drives, that you go four-wheel driving, if you can't take the thing above the hubs in water, that's going to be a big issue. That is not going to be good. I'm not sure what it does or how it's going to affect it, but if it can't get through water, that's going to be a big trick. It's a ute, it's a four-wheel drive, it's meant to go through water, through rivers, through crossings, whatever. Especially in the territory and some of the rough country, I'm sure in some of the other countries in South America, Africa, and also in the sort of the West in the States, I'm sure there's a lot of streams where these guys have got to drive their F-150s through streams, and it'll be easily above the footwell. I mean, that's really not that far. If they said above the bonnet, that's why you have scoops on our Land Cruisers and stuff. That's sort of, I guess, above and beyond. But if you can't get above the wheels, wow, that's a little concerning. Very interesting to see more on that. I'll try and do a bit of research in the next week, and see if I can find out what the go is with that. They haven't really put much out since that big train tow, and they're starting us. I think they're just starting the big. The machine is coming now with Ford. They're starting to pump out all the electric stuff on the F-150, so we'll get more on this. But that was just hidden in little white writing, just in the thing for like a couple of seconds. I went, "Whoa, hang on, pause, go back." That's a bit suspect. So hopefully it's not a majory. Maybe it's just like for the early on, just being overcautious. Now, for you R5, R6, or anyone with that RF lens range, obviously adapting back to EF lenses is a big deal. The RF lenses, obviously really good lenses and expensive, but a lot of people that are changing to the RF are going to have a heap of really nice glass in EF, and initially paying for that $4,000 or $5,000 body or $7,000 body for an R5, you're going to have to, you might not be able to go out and spend another $9,000 on lenses to get the Holy Trinity or whatever you need to buy. So that adapter side is a pretty big deal. Now the EF to RF mount adapter from Canon has been struggling to keep it in the shops. It's pretty much out of stock at the moment from what I've been reading. But Breakthrough Filters announced today over on Canon, or got this from Canon Rumors, Breakthrough Filters have built their own EF to RF adapter. Now it's a full metal body, it's fully weather sealed, so it's high quality. We all know Breakthrough is probably one of the leaders in lens filters. They do some great drop-in filters for those wide angle lenses for the EF and the RF lenses. Some really high quality stuff there. Now, well, they're going to be doing this. It's a drop-in filter style, so you can, obviously so fantastic for those wide lenses. You don't have to worry about any lenses at the front. Just put this on, mount your EF lenses on your 12 to 24 or 2.8 or one of those really nice lenses. It retains your autofocus, your stability, and also your excess support, and it's got a tripod mount on it as well. All metal construction, as I said, and you get a free, the first 500 that are ordered, you get a free X4, which is their filter, the filter series, which is the good one, clear with it to go in the back. Now they're also doing a buyback program. I didn't go right into those depths, but if you got a RF to EF one, obviously they're going to resell them. I think they're about 99 US, and these Breakthrough ones are going to be 199 US dollars. So it's probably, if you're spending the amount of money you are on RF and the lenses, 199 bucks, which is probably going to be about the 250 to 260 mark Australian, really isn't a lot, and you're going to get a quality product that's going to last you as well too. So that's really, really cool. So I'd get over, if you have got an R lens, R body, and you're looking to use some old lenses, get over it, get in there early. You might as well get the free lens if you can. Get it ordered before they run out, because like the other adapters, I think these are going to sell out really, really, really quick. So, but sounds good. A good company, should be a good product, and it should help you out a little bit with that transfer and that the next step, I guess. So very, very cool. And then the last I wanted to talk about, the ISO 14, that's the new software for the mobile devices for Apple. That dropped yesterday and released. Obviously there's a ton of new stuff, widgets and all that, all the usual sort of thing. Fingers crossed it's going to fix my iPhotos issue, which has been a nightmare ever since Catalina came out and they split iTunes. It's even got worse in the last couple of months, because now I can't even, when I sync my phone back to my laptop, it won't even update my folders. I have to manually transfer my photos into the computer by AirDrop, save them into iPhones just to store them, and now they're not even coming backwards. Before they were coming backwards to the phone and I'd get them back in my folders. Now I'm not even getting that. So it's progressively got worse and worse iPhotos, and just a total disaster. Apple walked away from me and just stopped answering emails, and I never got a call back when I called them. I spent about an hour on the phone and they had no idea what was going on, and that was the last I heard of them. Not much I can do about it, so I'm hopeful this ISO 14 is somehow going to fix it, because iPhotos, since they split iTunes, that whole thing is just a total shit show and just destroyed my faith in that system, even to the point where I've actually, for the first time, and I was a early on convert to iPhone, thought about getting one of those Sony phones and just doing photos manually, because I have to do it now anyway. The iPhoto system just doesn't work anyway, and I'm not getting really any value other than the iTunes for my music, so, which I've already got. So it's a tricky one. Well, on top of that, funnily enough, so we've got the new massive release out, the whole new Level Up 14. Today, they released an update already, or the beta for an update. So one day after release, we're already going into the next beta thing. So 14's come out, I think it's 14.2 is now in beta. So if you're a beta tester, you had access to that today. and that should be available in the next 4 weeks, which is about the time they're saying. We're looking at a sometime in October event for the iPhone 12. They're saying that's going to ship with the 14 in it, and they get this update out. So basically, the phones will be able to go updated straight away once you sync all your stuff, and then you'll go straight to the 14.2 with whatever fixes they need to fix. But very interesting. I don't think it's happened so quickly where they've released something and the very next day already started into fixing problems. So they already know there's issues with it the day after they released it. So they must have known there was problems before they released it. That's the probably long way around to get to the point I was trying to make. It's like, well, that's a bit weird. Wouldn't you just hold off for another month and then release the 14 with the phones? Obviously, I guess the phones they've already mass produced have got this 14 and have had it in there for a while, and that's why they're doing it. So a little bit strange, but yeah, weird. Very weird. And that's about it. It's Friday. Have a great weekend with your family. I'm going to get some work to do. I'm going to actually shoot out tonight. It's a pitch black night tonight, no moon. The galactic center's at the peak, so I'm going to shoot out. And one of you guys asked for a star trail video, so I'm going to get this uploaded, get this done, put it in, grab some food, talk to the family, and then I'm going to pack my bag and shoot out for a couple of hours quickly and do a quick one on star trails, and hopefully I can get a nice star trail. See how we go. I've got tonight and tomorrow night's going to be good, so see how we go tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll go from there. Rightio. That's it for a week. Another week gone, and what a week. Holy hell, it's huge. Between Apple and Sony and everyone else and GoPros, and just been crazy busy. Hope you've had a good week. Hope there's some ideas out there for you, and you've pre-planned your Christmas, I guess. Is probably this September's all about planning Christmas. And you've got those ideas in your head for whatever, if you've got money to buy anything to for friends and family. But yeah, I will see you all again Monday, and we'll see what else happens over the weekend. Okie doke, wherever you're going that way, I'll see you on Monday. Peace.